we're going to introduce proofs today, and we're going to start with algebraic proofs because you should already know how to do the algebra. And so you can get this document in our online classroom, or you can just follow along and take notes on paper as I go through it here on the video. A proof is a logical argument in which each statement is supported by a statement that is accepted as true. I often say, proof and thinking of proofs is something that would be really useful in like a courtroom, because in a courtroom, the lawyer can't just walk in and be like, Mr. Connell is innocent. I mean, he might not be wrong, but the judge is going to be like, oh, well, now that you say so, let's just go home for the day. So it's got to be like, he is innocent because everything you say has to be backed by fact. Everything you say can be challenged by the other side, and so it has to be backed by something. A two-column proof contains a statement and a reason. Right? And so we're going to use a two-column proofs mostly in our class here. And so we're going to solve the following example using a two-column proof. And so the first thing when I see this problem, the first thing I would do is distribute. And so I distribute 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 1/2 is 1. And so how did I do that? How did I go from this step to this step? Well, I distributed. So that's what we did. And so I say what we did here. We use the distributive property. Okay. And now I would minus 1 to both sides. And so I'm minus 1 to both sides, which means I'm using subtraction. And I would get 2x equals -1. And so there, all I did is the actual math, right? And so I simplified it. Okay. Now, to solve this next step, I would divide both steps by 2, which is division. And so I get x equals -1/2 by simplifying it, by just doing the math. And so I do the problem on the left side, and I put my reasons for each step on the right side. I have to explain how I got there. Let's look at an example. 6x minus 3 plus 5 equals 41. And now we always start the proof. The first reason, if you go back up here, the first reason, that was the problem they gave us. And so we're going to start proofs in our class with the given every time. And so now we're going to distribute. And so 6 times x is 6x. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus 5 equals 41. Sorry, I kind of ran close to the edge there. And again, what we did there is we did the distributive property. And now I'm going to combine like terms. And so I get 6x. But I have -18 plus 5 is -13 equals 41. And again, we simplified. It would be okay to write simplify. Or I think of it as we combine like terms. And so you could put that you combined like terms. All right. Now I'm going to add the 13 over. So I get 6x equals 54. Now I didn't show my work this time. I didn't write the plus 13. So I'm not going to write addition and then simplify because I didn't show work. I'm just going to say what I did, which is addition. I just added 13 to both sides. And now again, I could write divide 6 on them both and solve it, but I'm just going to do to divide by 6. So x equals, right, 9. And what did I do to get that? I just divided. And so you can either do it like we did in the first example, where I show the work and put division and then simplify, or I can do it like I did in example 2, where I don't show the work and I just write the division. I can't not show work and write simplify. Let's look at example 3. All right. First thing I have here are 2 given statements. And so let's write down both given statements. M equals n plus 5, which is given, and n equals 2m, all right, which is also given. And so I now can plug in, this for n. And so m equals 2m plus 5, all right, which is called substitution. I minus 2m to both sides. I get negative m equals 5 by subtraction. And then I divide by negative 1. I get m equals negative 5 by division. So I start, division helps if you can spell. I start every problem with the given. And then I know I'm done with the problem when I've gotten what I'm trying to prove. Right? And so same kind of concept here. 5a plus 3b equals 82 was given. A equals 11 was given. Right? So now I'm going to plug A in. 5 times 11 plus 3b equals 82. All right, and so that was substitution. 5 times 11 is 55, plus 3b equals 82. Now this one's a little bit tricky, because you multiplied, but did you multiply to both sides? No. And so all you did is simplify. I minus 55 over. I get 3b equals 27. And I minus 55 to both sides, and so that's subtraction. And then I divide 3 to both sides. I get b equals 9 by division. This is in your online classroom, but these are the problems that you're going to be doing for homework. Take your time. Best of luck.